remember what the segment's called, but
he's having a
Here you
year.
go. What were you going to say? What sort of year was it, Em? Apparently your reply was, mate, do you know who I am? Em had a sip of that stupid water bottle for the 6th week in a row.
Oh, mate, yeah, with a straight face. Can crack a smile. Welcome back to the Better Down Back podcast, powered by Jordan and Emma. Still no sponsor, but we have got one of the best episodes ahead, I would say, Jordan. What do you reckon?
And this is a episode that I'm really excited about. I've just choked my way through that. Welcome to this episode. But I just want to introduce the one and only Cory Wagner. This is also gets even more exciting because we've got Michaela, his beautiful wife. And let's not forget little Remy as well is going to join us on the couch. So we'll try and get a word out of him, but I don't know if we will. How are you feeling, Wag?
Good. Happy to be here. Pumped us.
Yep.
You love the headset?
Yeah. Last time I had it on, my hair was everywhere, so I'm glad I got a hat on. I can I look all right with that.
Perfect. And have you listened to many pods this year?
Every single one.
Oh, long-time listener. Perfect.
Yeah.
So he knows the drill because
Yeah.
I reckon we crack straight into our first segment, which Wags will be all over. It is our Anchors in Action.
Hey, put on your Superman coats, boy. It's Wolfie time. Let's go. You
He's the goodest little boy, isn't he? Look at him. He's the goodest little boy.
My vote's going to go to Remy because
And
he's
he-
doing so well sitting here while we're chatting.
Okay, so for Wags, I'm sure you're familiar. You've listened to every single episode. But this is just, nominating an unsung hero around the club. I currently always go first. So Em or Wags, you can take it away. Whoever wants to go.
Yeah, one
You're
popped
the
straight to
guest.
mind when you said that, so it was Paddy Abbott. Looks after all our car passes, gets us all the tickets, boys
Love
come
it.
in with everything. So, a little unsung hero, gets around the boys, makes boys feel happy. So, yeah. love
Paddy
it.
likes to get out on the track a few times as well, doesn't he?
He does. I think
Oh.
he had a kick the other day too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's,
Kick
oh
one.
yeah, yep.
Right. But,
I reckon I've heard he goes out there in his sneakers and slips over every
yeah,
now and then.
He's a winded a few times.
No, love it. And I'm going to go with probably not an unsung hero because her role is large in our program, but Claire Heffernan, our head of AFLW, just want to obviously give her a shout out for the body of work that she's done in the off-season period and now heading into our pre-season. She's organised a 2-day camp for us girls, but also, more importantly, all the employment process because we had quite a bit of staff turnover. So the fact that she's been able to interview people and get new staff in and make the transition really smooth for us girls has been wicked.
That's wicked. Well done, Heffy. And my wicked.
That's wicked.
Well, that's what you said.
I haven't said wicked since
Yeah, I
2012.
was going to say that one. I left that in year 7, that one. And my nomination's going to be Sturge.
Yep.
I just feel like he's doing for those that don't know who Sturge is, he's our development coach as a forwards. And the last few weeks, Jamie Graham's had some personal stuff he's had to work through, so Sturge has come up and worked with the forwards. But he also, it's for the stuff he does off-field as well. He's very, very good at connecting the group, brings a bit of humour, but also a different level of care and that sort of thing. So Sturge is doing a great job.
Absolutely love it. How good.
Yeah.
So now let's get straight into the Cory Wagner story. Firstly, congratulations. You just celebrated 50 AFL games on the weekend before the bye. How good was that?
Yeah, good.
Good? Yeah, good. Perfect. Thanks for giving us so much. I'm going to say wicked again to fill in the time.
Yeah, obviously 3 clubs though, Wags. North, Melbourne, Freo.
Yeah.
What was that like? It's been a story of resilience for you.
It's been pretty crazy. The 50, it feels like 150. A couple of years ago, I didn't even think it was going to happen to get back on a list, and even to play the 50, it's huge. So, a bit of a journey, ups and downs, but ever since I've come here, it's felt like home. It's like our little family here. We don't have much here other than the boys and Michaela and Remy. So, you make us feel at home here. So, we've loved every moment.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on that because I was just getting a coffee before and I managed to bump into Twig. And I said, have you got
Thanks,
anything
Coach.
for me about Wags? Thinking, here's some great stories. And it's almost like he broke down crying how proud of you he was. He said, you got to ask him, when he left North Melbourne, he come to Melbourne, in his words, you're like a kick dog. And he said, so for your effort to get back onto an AFL list and not just get back onto an AFL list, to have a massive impact on this club is what you're doing. He couldn't be prouder of you. And Is that something that you thought would never happen at all? Or did you have a slight inkling that you could still do it?
Not after Melbourne. The dream was nearly called it.
Yep.
I just wanted to play the highest level I could, so I just went back and played BFL and try to nearly get other boys drafted and use my experience to get other boys on lists, and lo and behold, back on the list.
That just sums him up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Just trying to help
It
other
does.
blokes get
It
on the
does.
list. Sensational, Wags. But I think for the fans out there, and even myself, I want to hear from the start of your football journey, where you grew up, how that started. Did you play L's kick all the way through? Just want to hear a bit about that, and then obviously when you first got drafted as well.
So a Queenslander growing up.
Yep.
Big brother Josh, dad and granddad. Granddad's Hall of Famer for Queensland. at the
Amazing.
AFL, and then dad also played for the Bears, a few practice games, and I think St Kilda even could have had a crack at him, but back then he a lot of money to fly over to Melbourne and have a kick. But he was also always a gun dad. Growing up playing rugby union and soccer early days, and then wasn't until about 13 when I started playing AFL, and then that was the journey. I was always going to play AFL. It was just having a kick and playing different sports until that happened. So that was a pretty cool journey.
Love it.
And you mentioned your brother Josh. You actually did get to spend a bit of time on a list with him at Melbourne. How many games did you play together?
I would have said a handful, maybe 5 to 10, but I kicked my first goal next to Josh, and he's the first one to
so
come and hug me, so
good.
it's pretty special. Got a nice photo of that.
Regardless of how many you played, what did it mean for you? Was it a special day for your family, to yourself?
Oh, no, yeah. I think Mum and Dad probably not a prouder moment you could have. So, seeing both your sons run out in the G, the biggest stadium in Australia. So, it was very special.
That is amazing.
Unreal. And we have got some photos of you playing soccer at an early age. That your beautiful wife provided us with, along with some absolute stitch-ups that we'll talk about later. But just obviously on that, drafted, got to play with your brother. After North and the Demons, you played for Port Melbourne and starred during that time with Port. Did you think you would end up back on the AFL list at that moment?
Definitely not the first year at Port, but COVID was still happening, so I think I don't think we played 9 games that year. It was 2 on and 2 off, and it was just a shocking year to be around football. Even the job I had, I was struggling, and I don't think I was a great partner to Mick. I was a bit coming home grumpy and tired, and wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the rest of life, and I was like,
quite unsettled in the world outside with COVID happening, and then obviously unsettled in your life as well.
Right. But then the next year come along, and one of my best mates said, "Do you want to try and come do this estimator gig?" I was like, yeah, why not? Give it a try. And that's sort of when life and football balance started to come really well. And it's turned around, and I started playing good footy on the field, and then off the field it was just enjoying life and enjoying time with Mick. And I think we got engaged that year, and then lo and behold, a couple of years later, pop, Remy boy.
Which we love, and we will get into. And this is I think the last sort of footy bit about you, but we've played a little bit of footy together, and it just seems like this world just wants us apart at the moment. Like we had to work to get to halfback together. We got there, and then JL thought, Wagner's too good for halfback. He's got to go in the midfield. And you're playing a variety of roles, jobs, lockdown roles. How are you finding it, for one? And two, is halfback still your true love?
Has to be.
Besides Mick and Remy.
You're on the Better Down Back podcast, might I just add?
No, I do love halfback. It got me got me back on the dream. So I do love halfback. I always hold a very special spot, and look, next week I might be back there anyway. So only a couple of bad games in mid, and I've got to go back down there. So do love it. Yeah, got a variety of roles, mid, wing, even halfback in some games too. But I'm loving it. I'm an overthinker, so on the field when I'm moving spots and I have to talk to people, it keeps me in the game a lot more instead of worrying if it's one position and then I just got to worry about that the whole game. So it's definitely helped me in that sense where I have to talk, communicate, and it keeps me in the game. And loving the variety of roles.
Would that be your main strategy to how you adapt to different roles as well? Because Jordan and I have spoken about this before, how you could just be playing in the back line, but your role obviously changes each week.
Yeah.
Would you say obviously communication on field and just continually moving and talking to your teammates is one way you actually get through adapting to different roles?
Yeah, well, definitely. Even playing half-back for the first, 5 games, you're only moving up one more position. So working with that winger, you're nearly playing that role. You're just 5 minutes closer to the stoppage. So, get an expert in your craft and your role, and you're only moving up 5 metres forward. So it's, yeah. And the blokes around you talking to you, it makes the job a lot easier.
Love it.
Yeah. No, I certainly missed you back there, though, Wags. But
Jordan
good thing
was just
about
proud
that is
he got to attend one centre bounce. Jordan
it's
attended.
not about me this episode. You've cut me off too. I was saying the best thing about it though is we actually get to be closer on the field because he's that 5 metres in front of me now at stoppages, so it's great.
Well, you were just having a sook that he wasn't there with you.
Yeah, well, I
Now
like
you're like,
talking to
"Oh,
him
I
after
actually
goals.
like it."
Like talking to him after goals.
It's probably because he gives you a few handball receives, mate.
We try and look after each other. Don't worry about that.
Incredible.
Anyway, the last little episode we're going to do before Mick and Remy
Episode.
Boy segment. Sorry, I'm not known for me smarts around here, but that's all right. Before Mick and Remy jump on is the Getting Defensive, which is a couple of short, quick-fire questions, but we'll let the lead-in go for it.
I don't like Fred. I've never liked Fred.
Nah, that's a good
There's a lot of feedback on Twitter,
I know
so
you do.
I don't want to
It's
take
all
that
tongue in
back.
cheek.
All right, Wags, I'm going to take you through a few quick-fire questions. I don't know why I'm the one saying this because I obviously like to ramble, but we'll try and be as quick as possible. All righty. We've got 3, 2, 1. Coffee order.
Latte, small.
Favourite ball game.
Monopoly.
Name another team you follow in another sport.
Broncos.
Favourite AFL player you used to watch growing up.
Lenny Hayes.
Favourite subject back in school.
PE.
Morning person or a night person?
Morning.
What's your go-to pub meal?
Palmy. Pot.
Favourite footy ground to play on?
Optus.
Do you face towards the water in the shower or away from it?
Towards?
Perfect. Which celebrity annoys you the most?
Delta Goodrum.
What show are you currently watching?
Survival on Netflix.
How many hours a night does Remy sleep?
10.
Favourite thing about Michaela?
Her eyes.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow. What a lead-in.
That was
What
one of
a
the
lead-in.
best.
We just got to review a couple, though. we get this one every week. The board game,
Yep.
Monopoly. Do you play the board game Monopoly?
Oh, both. Mick won't
Yeah.
play with me because it goes too long.
No, well, we've got other reasons why Mick won't play with you, but that's all right.
We'll talk about them soon.
We'll get to that. But no, we speak week on week about Monopoly's always thrown out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a throwaway line or do people still actually play the board game Monopoly?
Yeah, no, we got it.
Yeah.
I can actually vouch. Mick did send us a photo of you playing Monopoly, so I can actually
Yep.
say that
Oh, that's
we've
fine.
seen him play it. It's more, I think, when you're put under the pump,
Yeah.
the go-to answer is always Monopoly, and we actually want to quiz people to be like, do you actually like it, or you're just saying it?
No,
Yeah.
profit. I could play every day if someone would play with me.
Yeah. Delta Goodrum copped a drive-by.
It's rogue.
It's just, yeah, but
What is about Delta that you just don't like?
I don't know. Just the way she's got a good voice. I just don't like the way she speaks sometimes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's a bit like me with George.
Sorry, Delta.
No, that's fine. She's an avid listener, so she'll get the feedback.
And Remy, sleeping 10 hours as well.
Well-
That's elite.
Yeah, he does. He pops up. He's definitely up once every night.
Or are you saying that you sleep the 10 hours, Michaela's actually up in the night with him?
Well,
Mick's
I
shaking her
didn't
head.
want to throw to Mick. So that's the duration. He's up and down.
Yeah. Anyway, so right about now is when we do welcome Remy and Mick to the couch.
Woohoo!
Oh, and Remy is pumped for it.
I
Oh, look at him.
reckon
He's got
Remy-
the legs going.
He's going to love the mic. Come on, Rem!
Come on. Just don't love him.
He's got the tongue
You
out,
gotta
a
look.
bit cheeky.
The legs are kicking.
We like this. Yep,
Oh, he
Rem.
loves it already.
Yeah. Oh, look
That
at
alright?
that. We've
He's
got a headset
actually-
for Remy.
He's heard enough of Dad, so he's chewing the cord.
I don't know.
Now,
Perfect.
Michaela, big fan of the show?
Big fan.
Yeah.
I just have it on TV at home all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
Background music.
No, we're very thankful and appreciative that you are here because this is something different and it's good. It's really good. And we're going to talk about everything here. You guys, Remy. We'll start with Remy though. How is he going? What are you loving about being parents?
He is an angel baby.
Yep.
He's so funny.
Yes.
Literally. His personality is coming out just behind the scenes. He kept laughing at all your jokes, so pretends like he understands
That
what
is
you're
funny.
saying. Loves Dad.
Yeah,
Very
I love his
pleasing.
wake up when he wakes up and just notices you, and yeah, he's starting to get a little smirk when he sees your face. So
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a
that's
little
so sweet.
race car at home that he sits in and runs in now, which is really funny, banging up all our walls.
Love
But
it.
No,
Good
active
boy.
baby.
And
Good
he's
boy.
7.5 months now.
Yep.
Yep, amazing. I do follow your stories, Michaela, and I've swiped up several times. I've slid into your wife's DMs, Wags.
Often.
Often, but only ever about Remy, like him eating these big pieces of meat. It's the best
Yeah.
thing I've ever seen.
He doesn't have a big enough mouth, but he loves it, loves food. He's
Loves food.
obsessed. You put it in front of him, he'll honestly eat anything. You have to be careful what you leave around him these days.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And while he's clapping, obviously he's got that down pat. Is there any other recent milestones we should know about?
Yeah, I think the eating really. Oh, he's really good at not choking, so he can cough stuff up now, which is really
Perfect.
good.
Awesome for you guys
We'll
to
sit there
clean.
and watch. It's a bit scary watching him
Yeah.
try and eat, but no, he's getting really good at that.
Yeah.
you
what
got him.
else?
You got him sort of crawling this morning. I saw a video
Not
there.
really.
We'll
He's
just
learning.
pretend that's
he's
fine.
getting there. Yeah.
He's
Just
advanced.
No,
loves standing
he-
up. Just
Yeah.
He's going to walk before he crawls, I reckon.
yeah.
I love it.
He
100%.
loves being on his
He
feet.
rolls everywhere.
And you guys are avid beach goers as well. Does Rem love the beach too and swimming?
Yeah, so Remy was at the beach probably the first week he was born.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Loves the water.
Yeah. Doesn't love going in just yet.
Into the ice cold.
Into ice cold water, but he's a
Fair enough. Cory's pushing him to do that in winter. Ice baths already.
Yeah.
Corey's throwing him in. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Recovery's
good
key.
recovery.
Yeah.
No, but he loves the water, so can put his head under and everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously he is old enough now to probably understand the rooms a little bit more post-game as well. How special is it that you guys both get to come in and obviously see Wags after a game, but then he gets to interact with the other kids that we have in the Freo family too?
Yeah, it's so cool. And just to see him in his little Freo jersey with Dad on the back, that was just a milestone moment for the family, I think. And just the way all the boys and everyone get around him. Obviously not having family here, it's nice to be able to just pass him around. And yeah, that's why he's such a social baby.
Yeah,
loves
really wants
it.
it. Yeah.
Not just attached, but yeah, he's very friendly, which is
No,
good.
I think it's a dream come true. All dads want to have their boys in the circle when they have a win. So yeah, to do that at an AFL level, it's pretty special.
Yeah.
And obviously, Wags, you obviously had the influence of your dad in your football journey as well. So again, how special is it to then have your son involved in yours, and I guess just see how proud he is of you, but will be for
Yeah.
years to come as well.
You can see it on Dad's face every time you see Remy's he's coming over this weekend. So
Yes,
yeah, it'll be cool to get a win with him, and then yeah, he can come to the circle too, Dad.
love
yeah,
it.
that would be cool, actually. And just before we do move on to you two and a bit more about you two, is there any? You said you've passed him around. You seen him pass him around the room. Is there any boys that have grabbed a hold of him? You're gone. Oh no, here we go.
Actually, I will say, when Remy was, I think the first time Sean Darcy ever met Remy, he was a week old, and he grabbed Remy, and Remy started crying, and he's like, oh, shh, trying to shush him, but he grabbed his head and was pushing it into his chest, and he couldn't breathe, so Remy's just lying there, couldn't take a breath. But no, Sean's gone a lot better with Remy now, and he's a good uncle. But it's just nice to see all the boys get all mushy and their baby voice turns on,
I
pinching
love
the
that.
cheeks. It's adorable.
That's my favourite part. But I also think for them as well, it's like kids are such a good distraction. Like win, lose or draw,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. We actually had Ash Braz speak to us about her kids as well. And she just said when she was back playing when they were young, it was win, lose or draw. She was still going home to a dirty nappy. And I think that just puts things into
Yeah.
perspective. But again, for the boys to be able to have them, still lit up after a game because of the kids is awesome.
It's so cute.
The reason Jordan did ask that though is because you've got to do the reenactment again of when John
Oh,
was first
Yeah.
holding Jules, and
circle.
George just said it was the most awkward thing he's ever seen. Wags, do you remember this?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Doggies maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but Jommy had him hold like this till his own son bouncing him in front. It's like, John, that's your own son, mate.
So fun.
We can't say we've seen that from you.
It
Wags,
looked
don't
like it was
worry.
the first time Tory had let John hold him unsupervised.
All eyes on him.
We'll have to get John on to speak about that.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're going to get stuck into you guys. So where'd you meet? Where did you meet? You met at a cafe, I believe.
Met at a cafe, Cheeky Monkeys.
Yep.
Shout out.
Yep.
probably bullied Cory on his first day. I've been
love
working
this.
there for a while. I was
Probably.
a
You
waitress.
did.
He was barista.
We'll hear both sides. Don't worry, Wags. It's Michaela's
So-
turn.
He walked in, and I didn't know he was shy at this point. So he walked in, barely said hi to anyone. And I was like, who is this obnoxious guy not even saying hi to the new staff? Anyway, walked in, and I thought he said his name was Gordon. So all day, I was like, this Gordon kid, honestly, how dare he? And then I think he was restocking some glasses, and then Remy's just a bit hungry. Restocking some glasses, and he dropped some. And I said, do you want to get fired? As a joke.
Yep.
And he didn't laugh, because again, I didn't realise he was shy. He didn't laugh at all. And I said to my friends at the end of the day, that Gordon guy, he's weird.
Gordon.
And she's like, who are you talking about? I'm like, that guy. And she's like, it's Cory.
What do you want?
So yeah, we called him Gordon for a little bit, which was funny.
That was a good move by you, Michaela. I think that's obviously set things up a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Wags? Is this true?
Yeah, it's all pretty true, but yeah, I thought the opposite. I thought, oh, who's this? Talking to me like this. Yeah. No, I quickly
Yeah.
changed in a couple of weeks in, I think.
And that's kind of cool because you're also super quiet, as we've just heard. But for some reason, the customers trusted you. You were the one that got on to the deepest, darkest
I
secrets.
was like a psych.
But maybe because you were just listening.
Yeah.
They liked that you didn't speak and you just listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everyone's problems, who's going around who, what's happening in the hood. So, yeah, plenty happening in Richmond.
Maybe there's a bit of the, he won't tell anyone because he doesn't talk, so I can
Yeah,
tell him.
maybe.
You know?
But then he was actually spilling all the tea to
Yeah.
Michaela.
Yeah. Straight to Mick.
And I was like, how did you find that out? Had all the goss.
Didn't say a thing.
That is-
And not long ago, it was the wedding in Bali.
Yep.
So things have escalated pretty quick from meeting at the cafe,
Mm-hmm.
just jumping straight into the Bali setup.
I actually want to know about the proposal first because I have heard there's a good story around this. The original plan to what actually happened.
Yeah,
Please talk us through this.
I was very nervous for a good couple of days. I'm glad you didn't pick anything up, but yeah. So getting the ring over to Bali was because we share the same size shoe. I had to keep putting the rings in different shoes, and I bring RMs over, and she's like, "Why are you bringing these over?" So that's where it was there for a bit, but then at the airport, it went down that little section where you got to get it checked out. So the bloke gave me a little wink when he saw it, and yeah, I thought I was going to have to propose there and then, but luckily that didn't happen. And then the next night, I think I put it in my pants, thinking I was going to do it that night, but I think we got a bit too pissed. So I'm glad I
At a
didn't do
beach
it that
club?
night. And then yeah, the day after, I think it did set up nicely, and yeah, I think it was perfect the way it happened. So.
Yeah, so I think the night you were going to propose,
Yeah.
thank God he didn't, because I actually would have said no. We were at a beach club and we had to spend X amount to get the day bed, so we were drinking copious amounts of cocktails and whatnot. So we got to dinner and I was just hangry, and it was 5 o'clock. I wanted a pizza, and yeah, I was just grumpy, just wanted to eat, wanted to go to bed, and I couldn't believe that he made us walk all the way to dinner. So thank God he didn't do it then, because apparently he had it in his back pocket. But then you did it the next day. Again, it was a very nice place that you did it at, but I had, just got to a new villa, dived under the pool, looked like a drowned rat, and he thought, perfect moment to get someone to film. And no, but it was a very beautiful proposal.
Ah, that's lovely. It's a
Yeah.
great story. And then, yes, you went back to Bali, had the wedding there.
Yeah.
Favourite memories?
God, it was all quite fun.
Oh,
was a
at
big
the end
party.
when we all jumped in the pool. It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we didn't
That's
want
so
like
cool.
a big serious wedding, so it was a huge party. I mean,
Love.
half the crowd probably got sick in Bali belly at some point, which is also a little bit funny.
Yeah.
A good
But-
story.
A good
Yeah.
story, exactly. My bridesmaid actually threw up halfway through our vows.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was probably at my
No.
peak vows, like crying, everything, captivated the audience, and she just decided at that point that's when she needed to throw up.
But
So
you didn't know till
I
after.
didn't know until we saw the
Good, she
wedding
kept
video.
it discreet.
Good poker face. I saw her in the
Yeah.
corner of my eye. and
Shout
come
out
back.
to Jess. She was doing worms on the dance floor later. So
wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
We need to meet Jess.
Yeah.
you do.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's amazing. Love it. And Sean Darcy, groomsman.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a bit awkward holding Remy for the first time, but how did he go as a groomsman?
No, he was good. Yeah.
I think Bali Belly hit him on the day of the wedding. So
Bali Belly got in pretty good. I think he didn't last too long at the reception. So yeah, did well.
we are going to get on to the stories about Wags that has been provided by Mick and the family.
Yeah.
And to start with, we are going to go back to the board game topic. You spit the dummy when you lose in a board game, hence why your wife won't play with you. I want to know about when you were growing up, what would happen when you lost to your older brother, Josh?
I've never lost.
Well, I heard you had.
Everything would go up in the air, so no one would win.
What about cricket bats? They're in your
Yeah.
house not to play cricket, just as weapons, I believe.
Yeah, I used to get chased around a fair bit when I lost, so
Aggressive.
yeah.
And I actually didn't know this about you. We were talking about this before, and you said I should know, but I actually didn't. I didn't know you were very superstitious. You have your random lucky things,
Yeah.
like your budgies, your hair tie.
Budgie, hair tie, haven't lost this one for a while. And then, my new little one my niece has made a little bracelet with Remy's name on it, and I put that in my sock every game, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
right,
beautiful.
that's adorable.
So cute. But yes, don't touch
Just little
the hair
thing,
tie.
little things like that. But
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have
But
to
it's
check
like-
that out before we go.
You would be okay if you lost
Don't
the
take
hair
it.
tie?
I'd just have to get another one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then secretly,
Of course.
that's elite. Another thing
wicked.
That's wicked. Another thing we've learnt is you're secretly a very good dancer and singer. Once you've had a couple of muscle relaxers, as we like to call them
They
now.
definitely have to come in. You
In a
can't get me
glass.
doing it sober. No way.
We have got some videos that we will share, obviously, with the fans. You're going to be exposed online.
What's your go-to moves, just quietly?
And your go-to song, because we just spoke
Yeah.
about ours, actually.
Go-to song is Rule. I forget. He did a like a version, Rule, and I love that one. There's a few. It's just got to get me at the right time, and I'll blast it out.
If he
but,
gets enough muscle relaxers, as you say, he
anything.
can crump.
Luke-
Well, he thinks
Luke
he can
can-
crump.
Oh, crump can happen.
See,
The
well,
crump kid.
watch
Yeah.
this space.
What's the
You
crump?
like watching Daddy
Yeah,
dance.
stomp the yard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, really get into it.
Oh,
We've
that's-
seen a bit of a twerk as well. That's the one we'll share.
Yeah,
Where are you getting
twerk's better than me.
Yeah.
That's unreal. And when you haven't had a few beveraginos, we have heard you do like a quiet night in watching a lovely rom-com.
Yeah, I love the rom-com.
Loves
What's
his
your
Channing Tatum.
favourite? And Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, fantastic. Yeah. What did we watch? Yes,
The
a couple of
Vow.
days ago, The Vow. Oh,
That's so
getcha.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets you good.
Tearjerker.
Yeah.
Tearjerker.
Love tearjerker. Anything will get me. Disney movies.
Anything with Zac
Oh.
Efron. Also a Zac Efron fan.
Yeah. Oh, you've had a history with hair stuff. You were nearly suspended from school because you were accused of bleaching your hair.
Jen nearly got sent home.
Yeah.
Because teacher come over to me and said, "You got bleach in your hair." I'm like, no, I haven't, mate. It's been at the beach for the whole
Yeah.
holiday.
In summer,
so.
his eyebrows turn white. Like he looks like a white lion.
It's definitely gotten darker, but it
Yeah.
used to be like white.
And do you reckon Rem's going to stay blonde?
know.
We'll see.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's pretty keen for a feed there. Look at
Yeah.
him. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys. He's a bit hungry.
Straight in.
Well, that's a bit sour, is it?
He hasn't eaten for a whole half hour.
What's in that, mate? Lemon juice.
It's not his usual steak, but
And speaking of hair being blonde and that stuff, and you said you're always at the beach, is it true you did used to just maybe miss a couple of classes to go for a surf with a few boys?
Yeah, probably back end of grade 12. Sort of when everyone was doing their exams, I didn't do them, so we were like, oh, what are we going to do? We'll go stay the night at the beach and then get up early, surf, and then come back. Might miss the first class, but got there for the important stuff,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
math.
Yeah,
Of
and
course,
everything.
of course, of course.
School assembly.
What do they say? Do as I say, not as I do. And that's clearly how you're going to parent Remy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless the surf's good.
Yeah. Go for it, mate.
One that I'm actually really interested in is your fear of birds.
Yeah, it's just recently.
It's
just
ridiculous
come
at this
really
point.
weird, eh? Yeah, just a flapping bird coming at me. Get down.
we went to a petting zoo the other day, and he was like, "I don't like the way that chicken's looking
the
at
chickens
me."
got out, and I was like, nah,
No way.
I'll just go this way.
A chook can't even fly, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we're walking, he will ditch the pram to duck
Oh.
away from birds for sure. He would.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, leave us out there to fend for ourselves.
Oh, wow.
It is like when magpie swooping season's on, it is scary.
I think that's
Yeah.
what got me
I
back,
think they can
back in the
sense the
day,
fear.
yeah. Where they used to get nipped all the time in the back of the park and bring blood to the ears, and we probably didn't help by throwing stuff at them, but
Yeah.
I think the fear's come back to bite me now.
It's fair, it's fair.
No, and this is probably one of my favourites, actually. One year you thought you forgot Michaela's birthday, except it was the wrong month.
It was the right day.
At least you were
Oh,
early.
we'll pay it then. We'll pay it.
I was a month early, but I
Yeah.
thought I was on the right day, and just in my head, I think.
But you were the right day, like the date.
yeah. Everything was right. I was just
1 month early.
1 month.
Michaela, at least it was early. Like, you'd
Yeah.
almost rather that. Then you get a present then and a present in a month.
Exactly. So I think I made you do
Just,
that.
yeah.
But
I
no,
went- I went
we
all-
don't
got
even
it
do
all.
presents often. But one day he just got home and was like, close your eyes, close your eyes. I was working from home. And then he's like, okay, open them. And he's just standing there with presents. I'm like,
What are you
What are you
doing?
doing? He's like, happy birthday. I was like, it's not my birthday.
That's brilliant. Can I just check your pulse? Because I don't reckon you have one.
Yeah.
What was your initial thoughts? Were you pissed off that he was there a level
No,
like
because
he should
I
know?
think he obviously forgot.
Yeah.
Like, even though he was a month early, I think he forgot that it was my birthday. Because it was 12 p.m., let's say. Like, you weren't early. But, yeah, because my sister got a message from him, I think the night before, saying, hey, what does Michaela want for her birthday? And she thought he was just getting a month early and, planning
Really
ahead, but
organised.
yeah, it was just hilarious, actually.
Was it early on in the relationship?
Yeah.
No, I think it was 3
Even
years
worse?
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
even
wow.
worse.
I think the day I'll just check the date. And oh, got to go get a present, and just
Which is-
haven't rechecked.
Yeah.
Or
It's funny because we actually don't often do presents.
No,
we
we
normally
don't.
just do dinner. So,
Again, I'm concerned.
Amazing. Wags, one day you and your mate, you bought a rabbit and named him Stiffy. And then one day Stiffy ran away. What happened there?
yeah, me and Deck Mountford just thought it'd be funny to go buy a rabbit. And Dad was there that day we got the rabbit and brought it, and he just shook his head. He's like,
How
"What are
old
you
were
blokes
you?
doing?" First year, so 18 or 19 probably.
Yep.
Yeah, makes it better. Yeah, got home one day and the rabbit was gone, and I think we got a call from the what do they call it, RSPCA, and then they were like, "You want to come get it?" And we're like, "Nah, you keep it." So,
Do you keep it?
Stiffy's
so
at a
Stiffy-
nice home, a
yeah,
farm.
Stiffy's at a nice.
He's at a
home.
farm somewhere.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's fantastic.
it was an accidental left front gate open sort of setup?
Yeah,
or
no,
was
I
it
actually don't even know how it got out.
Yeah.
So.
Your dad had to have played a part in that,
Yeah,
surely.
maybe.
Stiffy just wasn't happy with the place he was
They
staying
set
at?
up, yeah.
Well, thank God you look after Remy better than you did Stiffy.
Yeah.
And just on Remy, I want to hear the birth story as much as you're willing to share, because I heard obviously there is a funny moment in there. Maybe we can laugh about it now, Michaela,
can
but
laugh about
probably
it
at the
now.
time wasn't that funny.
So we were like a week and a half over. Doing curb walking Paul Cory. So I was probably having contractions in labour for about 4 days. And then finally they called a bit of an emergency C-section. So we were in there and Cory nearly passed out. So all the nurses kept checking on him and I'm just lying there getting this baby,
Taken
for
out.
lack of a better word, taken out. And they're checking on him and I'm lying there being like, Cory, are you okay?
She got the shakes again. She's traumatised.
Yeah, it was this scary moment, but I think just the Zen world we were in for those 4 days, and then just jumping into this room with all these lights
Yeah.
and these different nurses got to me a bit, right?
He just had his head buried down
but,
there, like couldn't
oh.
look at anything.
Yeah, no,
Fair enough.
It was. Yeah.
I'm the one that can handle all the blood and gross stuff, but he
Yeah,
can't.
she
It is an
handled it so
eye-opening
well, yeah.
experience, though, obviously, and something.
Because of how, I know you weren't eating much, and she got the drugs in her. She started shaking a bit, and she was just dealing with that so well. And I was just watching her, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
it's just pretty
insane.
amazing.
And then
how-
Remy was born and
Yeah,
we forgot all about it, huh?
there it is.
You get that amnesia, and then you'll have another one, and it won't be a problem.
Exactly.
And then, speaking of the little fella, he didn't take him long to pick his first Melbourne Cup winner. He picked it 2 weeks into his life, and you won $1,000 on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk us through that.
Got the spin the wheel on, and put all the numbers on the wheel, and got Remy's little finger and hit it. And I think it was the $101 odds winner.
Yep.
$10 on it. There you go.
Wow.
And we had a few friends
we're
and
off.
family
Yeah, free friends and family. I think
do the same.
Swag was going to put 50 on it, but he got a bit scared, so he only had 20.
Oh,
Like calling the
amazing.
lucky,
He's
the
paying his
lucky
rent.
boy.
So,
Mm.
well done, mate.
Finally.
You're copping some yogurt all over the jeans
I
there,
know,
Mick.
honestly, all
It's
over your
all right.
floors.
But
and
you
your
love it
couch.
because you love him.
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's unreal.
Done.
But like I said, They are incredible. We love the stories. We've got heaps of pics and vids that we can share. And I just think that this just fits in with our theme at Freo, having the family involved. So thank you so much for coming on, Mick, Rem, Wags.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. He's getting
Thank
a lot
you.
of me time at the moment, Remy. So.
Yeah, he is.
It's due for a feed, obviously.
Has he got his own Instagram page yet?
Not
Probably
yet,
due.
but we probably
I reckon it's
should.
due.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. But no, thank you so much, guys. And hopefully you listen to this episode and Rem can look back on it in a few years and remember that his dad's great, his mum's great, and he's become famous from this podcast.
Thanks for having us. Remy,
Appreciate it.
do you want to say anything?
Put him on.
That's all we needed. And then obviously quickly, Wags, we'll keep you here, Michaela, for a quick preview of the Dons Thursday night footy. It's pretty rare for us, only our fifth Thursday nighter in history.
Yeah.
A back-to-back stint at home, so come back out the stadium on Thursday night, Purple Army. It's one we're all looking forward to.
Excited.
We'll have the kids in the change rooms. We'll have everything going on there. So, I think I've nailed that, haven't I? Yeah, righto. We'll close it up
Nothing
and
else I need to say. Thanks for listening to the Better Down Back podcast. We'll be back not next week, but the week after. Here we go. I've lost for words.